My name is Abdul Gafar Arikewuyo, and I'm joined by two of my colleagues. First of all, I have in the studios
William Siolaime. Good morning, and thank you for joining us,
Your
Excellency.
Okay, and also we have in the studio.
My name is Bimbo Judojai. You're welcome, sir.
Now, the three of us will be interacting with the Vice Chancellor, University of Ilorin. With our colleagues in the studio, we appreciate and recognize every one of us. We apologize for starting a little bit before the schedule because we've been training that we'll be starting in 10 minutes, 10 o'clock at the dot of the time. But usually here at the University of Ilorin, we don't have African time. We have Unilorin time, which is always usually at the dot of the time, and even getting ready before the time starts. As usual, again, just like I said, we have the Vice Chancellor, University of Ilorin, with us in the studio. It's Talk to the VC. Later on, as usual, we'll open the phone lines. It's interactive. It's a one-on-one time for you to have access to the Vice Chancellor. We'll start off with basically one of the trending issues in the University of Ilorin, which is the 40th anniversary and the convocation ceremonies. We'd like to have an insight into the preparations.
Thank you very much. I think we are almost ready, 95% ready. All the committees have done a good job. They are concluding their assignments, and come tomorrow. As from tomorrow, we start expecting visitors to the University of Ilorin, and we are quite ready.
Okay. Let's look at some of the activities for the 40th anniversary. We have rumors that we'll be expecting the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, who possibly we're hoping will be accompanying his colleague, the President of Ghana. How certain is this? And then also, what are the other plans the university has in terms of some of the commission projects, just like you said, almost ready?
Yes. As for the attendance of the visitor, we are hoping we will be able to make it. Of course, you know, the assignment at the top level is unpredictable sometimes, but finger crossed, we are expecting our president. Then the president of Ghana, we are also expecting him to be here on Friday to attend both the 40th and the 31st convocation ceremony. The commission projects are also being concluded. They are ready. We have about 22 projects to be commissioned, and we are also putting finishing touches to those areas. And we have quite a number of activities lined up for the 40th anniversary. The play, which is going to involve 3 units. We have the university performing arts, we have troops from Ghana, the Federal Republic of Ghana, and then we have our own national troop all coming to celebrate this special occasion with us. That's how far in that respect. And of course, we have the 40th anniversary book, you know, which is going to be unveiled by the president on Friday.
And I must say also, we had a spectacular time on Thursday at the road show.
Yeah.
Massive attendance by our students.
Yeah.
Spectacular one.
Yeah, they are good alumni.
Very well.
Yeah.
All right. Good. Bimbo.
All right. Just like you said that there are 22 projects to be commissioned. My question is, the University of Ilorin has a very huge landed property, and there are several structures put on ground and under construction. So what is the university doing in order to build hotels, guest houses for visitors, people who come, parents who come to the University of Ilorin, especially during convocation?
Thank you very much. We are looking into that seriously. We have completed the Researchers Lodge, which is a couple of rooms, and those ones are ready and they are in operation. That's the first phase of our hotel and hotel business. Once this one becomes successful, then we intend to expand. There was a forum where we discussed that, and quite a number of people believe that, look, we should do this in-house rather than open it up for other people to come in. We have quite number of patronage in terms of the BOT for the student hostel, and they feel that that of hotel should be slowed down in terms of opening it up for external participation.
But don't you think that's going to be a way of improving our IGR?
Yeah, in fact, that's the more reason why we want to do it in-house. So that once we have it as University of Ilorin project, then we have 100% of the proceeds coming in for the University of Ilorin.
What about the structures that are on the ground? What are the university doing to maintain the structures already on ground?
We believe in maintenance culture, and if you look around, the block 1 to 10, which was the pioneer structures for the university during its inception, if you compare it with the new ones coming up, there is little or no difference in terms of the outlook of that. So we have a very robust maintenance program in place, so that we have a lined up schedule for renovating them at specific period as time goes on. So there's no cause for alarm.
All right. Now, as you can see, with so much development in the school premises, we have the new buildings, the new lecture theatres, the car parks, and all that. With all that development going around in the school premises, let us know what exactly was it your vision initially when you came in as the Vice Chancellor, or it's when you got there your team decided? How did it come about?
I believe that we should toe the line of the mission of the university, which is to provide conducive environment for learning. And when you look at the developed world, outside this country, they have a very impressive environment for learning. And based on our interaction with them, I just feel that our students should have the same, if not better, environment to learn. And I feel very much happy when I see the environment very conducive, very attractive, and very humane for human habitation. When the thing came up, well, I just feel that development should be a continuous process. And when I came in, I saw a few places. Or before I came in, I thought of, look, if I'm given a chance, I will turn this place around. And one thing I noticed just before I came in was one day I was in the CIS, and I saw a lot of students, sitting on tables and all this kind of, which was not a very impressive, outlook. And we started, or some people started, harassing the students. But right inside me, I said, if you want to prevent something, you must have alternative. And that's why, the sit-out is a good alternative. And once that one is there, you won't see students loitering on usual places.
Now, being the Vice Chancellor at this point in time, University of Ilorin is going to be 14 in a couple of days. How exactly do you feel? Do you feel favored in the sense that you are the Vice Chancellor at this moment?
I try as much as possible not to allow that cloud to harass me, and so I just take it as one of those duties that you have to do as a Vice Chancellor. I think about 2 years ago, somebody hinted me that, oh, look, you are going to be the Vice Chancellor during the 40th anniversary. I said, oh, okay, that's good. So I never allowed it to, wear me down. So,
but is there pressure? Do you feel under a lot of pressure with a lot of people expecting, okay, it's the 40th anniversary, so much?
Well, if we have been able to put things in place, something that we started 3 years ago, and the last few days shouldn't be an issue, because we have been able to achieve what we wanted to achieve in the next 3 years. and I think we have quite an impressive things to showcase. And I'm happy with the feeders that we are getting, those alumni all over the place that visited the campus once or twice, have made a good impression of what they saw.
All right, in case you're just joining us, the program is Talk to the VC. It's a live interactive program where we have a one-on-one with the Vice Chancellor of the University of Ilorin, and then we also give you a voice of your own. Sometimes we might ask, or we might not ask the questions you really want to us to ask. We also give you the opportunity to ask those questions yourself. So later on the program, we'll give you the opportunity to put your calls through to the studio, and then also we'll take some of your text messages. A lot of text messages actually are in the studio already, but we have a dedicated time for that. Let's get to one of the prominent issues, which is admission. Anyway, University of Ilorin is existing because we have students.
Yeah.
So let's look at the challenges so far. There have been a lot of challenges with this year's admission, both at the undergraduates to the postgraduates. I'd like you to address certain issues. One, the delay in the release of the names for undergraduates. We're still awaiting postgraduates as of now. Even though at this time last year we've had these names released. That's on one hand. On the other hand as well, those who have gotten admission are complaining that they cannot have the access to pay the acceptance fee. What's the cause of this delay?
Thank you very much. As far as the release of admission list is concerned, I think we are meeting up our schedule. We have released the first list sometimes last week, and people have been able to at least access the website and check their names. The next thing is the payment. Well, for the payment, it's not our fault. The federal government just changed the mode of financial transactions in all tertiary institutions. The TSA, that's the Treasury Single Account that is on, the government has mopped up all our funds, and of course, with our permission, we have also instructed our banks to transfer all our funds to CBN. So the money is in the CBN, and then to get access to it is the next step, which we are on. I think we are almost through. Then, having said that, then the new students need to pay, before they can come in, and that's what we are trying to sort out. Because with the single treasury account, then it means the students will have to pay directly into that account. And we'll have to devise a means of monitoring who pays what and how much has been paid. Then for what? So those are the. We'll be meeting the interswitch, which is the interface between the two of us. Then by tomorrow, with the hope that by Monday everything should be ironed out. So that come Tuesday, hopefully, we should be able to get through. And
I like that, so that they will not say VC said. But then let's look at that single treasury account issue.
Yes.
I've been interacting with some departments, and I've seen certain things and centers. I want to hear from you. How is this single treasury account affecting the university?
Well, as common with any change that comes, it will take time for the players to stabilize, and that's the stage we are going through now. All funds, either belonging to the department, faculty, units, and the university generally, have been moved to the CBN. And they are also complaining that they don't have access to it. I say, well, I don't have access to my own funds too. So I think by the time our team goes to Lagos and come back, they should be able to get us the good roadmap to be able to access them. So let HODs, directors and things just bear with the system, and everything will soon stabilize.
All right, I'd also like to inform our listener that you can as well listen to us online on www.fm.unilorin.edu.ng, and also you can download the application on BlackBerry and Android from the respective stores.
Okay. What's the University of Ilorin Authority doing to partner with organizations, and how do they intend to convince more organizations for support and collaboration?
Thank you very much. We started our drive towards partnering with organizations, especially outside Kwara or even outside the country. So we've been able to achieve a lot. For example, in the area of accommodation, we have been able to attract quite a number of entrepreneurs, and they have established quite a number of housing units within the campus. We still have more of them coming. Even last week, we held a meeting with a team from Lagos, who has his partners from Hong Kong and Germany, and they were here. We held a meeting, and they intend to give us a very robust accommodation for our students. And I'm sure the issue of scarcity of accommodation within the campus will soon be a thing of the past. In terms of research, we are partnering with quite a number of organizations that sponsor research grants or research, and we are also making headway. We've been able over the years invited professors, renowned professors who have good credentials in terms of attracting grants, and they've been here to interact with our staff in terms of giving them the skills of grantsmanship to be able to write proposals that will attract grants. And we've been very successful in that. That has started yielding results, and we have quite a number of grants that we can boast of. In terms of collaborative research with other universities, I think we are also moving ahead. In fact, immediately after the convocation ceremony, we have a scheduled meeting with some universities in the UK who wants to partner with us, and who will be there to cement the relationship and make things happen.
All right. Now, I would like to do a follow-up on the admission list. Now, in a recent interview, sir, you spoke on Unilorin admission process not being discriminatory and following strict JAMB regulations. Could you please shed more lights on that issue?
Well, thank you very much. The JAMB, they have